Hey guys, this is Comic You Know. Today I'm doing a review for Spider Island issue 5, which is the last issue for the Secret Wars miniseries. So let's start talking about the cover first. So you get to see, Venom, Spider-Man, and Flash, which I think, definitely says a lot about the book. It does have a lot to do with Venom, the actual Venom, the Venom symbiote, and also a lot about Flash. So pretty cool cover, and let's start talking about the artwork, I guess, for both stories. So, artwork is, I like the action for the Spider Island story. Not so much the facial expressions, especially Peter. He always looks very, like he's planning something evil. That's the best way to put it. Like, I like them when they're in costume. I think it looks pretty good. The action looks well done. But when the actually comes to the people, I think that artwork could be a little bit better. So, there's an example of that. Now, moving on to the artwork for the Spider-Girl backup story. Love the artwork, of course. I love Ron Frenda's artwork. He's one of my favorite artists, and obviously it fits the story because he's been working on Spider-Girl for a very long time. Still not loving May's new look, but that's more because that's the look she had in Spider-Verse. But one of my favorite scenes was this last scene where we get to see the new updated costume, which just fits so well, which we'll get to the story to talk about that. Now first I'm actually going to talk about the Spider-Girl story because, as you guys know, that's why I'm picking up this book, because I love Spider-Girl. And I will give you every detail of these 5 pages and what I liked. So with this issue we get to see that May saves Stinger from a devastation, because Stinger is being controlled by Hope, and May's like, alright, well we gotta defeat this person, we gotta defeat Hope, and we gotta defeat the person that's controlling our minds. So she actually has her friends come in. They came in the last issue, and they help defeat the enemy. She couldn't do it alone, and she knew that she had to call for help, and she wasn't scared of that. So the person who actually defeats the one who could control minds is Dark Devil, but it was May saying, let her control your mind. You're half demon, so go for it. And I think it will hurt her and destroy her, and it did. So May knew the right thing to do and just told Dark Devil what to do. Also we get to see Uncle Ben. He comes in and tries to save the day also, and then you see the real May, the real realization of May saying, all right, this situation has helped me learn, I can't mourn my father. I have to honor him. I have a lot of friends around me, and I don't want to be like Hope. I don't want to become like her. So she has to become a mixture of who she wants to be with this Spider-Woman legacy, and who she was with Spider-Girl. And you truly get that with the end, because you get the mix of the costumes. You get her old Spider-Girl / Ben Reilly costume, and then you have the little webs that represent Peter. And, I just love the ending of her monologue, where it's like, there's a lot of spider people out there. I can't deny that. I can't say I'm the most powerful spider person, but I can say I'm a very unique spider person, because I grew up and I was raised by the real Peter Parker, a happy Peter Parker, and she says, I'm okay with that. And I love the ending, because we get to see that she says, I love you, Daddy, and always will. And I feel like, May finally has mourned her father and is able to honor her father. And then you have the end for now, which is perfect, because that is Spider-Girl right there. So I really enjoyed that portion, and it's actually really interesting. This definitely is just like one issue. That's how many pages you have here. But from the beginning of the issue to the end, there's so much that happens, and I think Tom DeFalco and Ron Frenz did such a good job at developing the story where they really had no room to really tell a story. But they did. They tell a full story, and they tell the redemption of May. And May's a character that is easy to redeem other people. That's always been her character, is that she redeemed Kane. She redeemed Normie. Her Green Goblin was redeemed, and they became best friends. So all these characters were redeemed. But one thing you learn about May is that she's really hard on herself. So she'll never redeem herself. But here she does. She's able to forgive herself, and she's able to move on and give herself a second chance. But also that is part of May's character, is that she will, go around and say, oh, I can't forgive myself. It'll be a couple issues to do that. And then she realizes, I think everyone does deserve a second chance, even me. So, and I think that really ties it up in a nice little bow in the end here. And even the beginning of this this series, issue 1, they had the 10 pages. You get to see the difference of where May was at. May saw a father and daughter. She saved them, cried. She went up on a tower and couldn't handle it. She couldn't forgive herself. Then you get to see the end here where you see she saves Stinger and Ant-Man, and she's able to forgive herself and see that she did something good, you know? So she's becoming the May that we know and love. So I enjoyed that. Also, another little detail, but I think is important as a Spider-Girl fan, is that we have a scene here where May and Dark Devil are talking, and you know, she's saying, oh, you know, do this, that way you could defeat our villain. And he says, this is the exact line, doubt you'll ever encounter someone who's part demon, cuz. So that's actually really important, because if you've been reading Spider-Girl, it's never really been confirmed if May knows that Dark Devil is her cousin, or / half-brother, because Dark Devil is the son of Ben Reilly. So now you can really tell that she kind of knows her whole family history, and it shows that they're becoming even closer, where, you know, the beginning, Dark Devil was very much, oh, you can't be a hero, and then you get to see them really as family. So I really enjoyed that part, because this is the first time she actually said, oh, hey, cuz, you know, we are family. So I enjoyed that part a lot. So that is my very in detail review of the end of Spider-Girl, the 5 pages, but there was a lot of meat to it. So talking about Spider Island, when I think about that, actually this was a lot better. This is the best Spider Island story I've read out of all 5 of them, because we get to see that Venom gives up the symbiote to save everybody, and they get a peaceful world, they get their utopia, and everyone's happy. And even Betty said this is what, you know, Flash would want. He wouldn't want the Manhattan to be called after him. He just wants people to be happy, and that's what we get to see. And it shows that the Venom symbiote, you know, isn't a bad thing, you know, if you're able to control it. And that's another story you get to see in Spider-Girl. She redeemed Venom, for God's sake. Anyways, go back to Flash. But yeah, you know, Flash was very connected to the Venom symbiote. You really see it here. And my favorite scene had to be when Peter and Flash have their last moments together and call each other their heroes, which is true. I mean, if you've read Spider-Man for a long time, you know that Flash loves Spider-Man, even though he never knew it was Peter Parker. So, love that scene. And this was a really solid book. Again, the artwork could have been a little bit better with the facial expressions for the Spider Island story, but I thought it wrapped up pretty well. I liked it. Still a bit on the cheesy side. I don't know if that whole story was worth it, but the ending was. And of course the Spider-Girl story is worth it. So Spider Island issue 5 for me gets 4 stars. I thought this was a really solid book, and probably one of the better ones out of the Spider Island books, and definitely the best Spider-Girl story. Out of the 5, you know, definitely debating with issue 1 because it had longer pages, but this was a very good ending, and you'll see her in Web Warriors too, so look forward to that. So hopefully you enjoyed this long review of Spider Island, but this is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, don't forget to like my Facebook page, also in the description below there's links for my comic book Like Father Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.